A Horror Expo tá chegando aqui em São Paulo, a maior feira de terror do Brasil, e tem um ator que eu amo que vem pra essa feira. Só que ele não só veio pra feira, mas ele veio aqui na minha casa. Ross Marquand, que é o Aaron de The Walking Dead. Hey,
Hello,
Ross!
hello.
Oh my God, Ross in my home.
I know. I love your home so much.
Oh yeah.
I want to live here. This is amazing.
I live here. Eu vou bater um papo rápido com o Ross pra descobrir o que ele tá achando do Brasil e também pra perguntar algumas curiosidades sobre The Walking Dead. So I love The Walking Dead. I love Aaron. I love zombies. I love all.
Yeah.
And thanks for
I can tell.
Are you excited for the Horror Expo?
Very excited. This is my favorite time of year. I'm just so excited to be back in Brazil. I love the Brazilian people, so it's going to be a great time. You should come. All of you should come.
Então a gente se vê na Horror Expo. Yeah. Confere aí a entrevista. Hello, Trevosos.
Hello, Trevosos.
Trevosos. So Ross, thank you for coming to my house and to my podcast.
Thank you for having me. This is incredible. I want to live here.
I'm living here.
Is every single piece of furniture you picked out yourself? You bought all of this one by one?
Sim, eu escolhi tudo isso aqui, Ross. Eu escolhi um por um para fazer todo esse cenário aqui em casa.
I see. Okay, it's beautiful. I really love it.
Thank you.
I especially love this.
It's a old radio.
Oh, that's so cool.
Muito obrigado. Bom, eu vou fazer as perguntas em português pro Ross, tá? E aí vocês vão ver ele respondendo com legendas, tá bom? Ross, eu sei que você já falou sobre isso, mas não é a sua primeira vez no Brasil, né?
This is my second time. I was here 8 years ago for Expo. I think I say that right. Expo?
Yeah.
But I had a great time, and I'm very happy to be back here because this is one of my favorite countries in the world. And yeah, it's very exciting. I can't believe it's been 8 years, but I'm very happy to be back here.
E pra Horror Expo é a sua primeira vez, né?
Yes, my first time at Horror Expo, yeah.
Tá ansioso?
I'm very excited. We just had Halloween in America, so I love all things horror. Obviously, I worked on The Walking Dead for 8 years, so I feel like it's very close to my heart. But yeah, I love this time of year. It's my favorite, so this is exciting.
Eu tô tentando manter meu profissionalismo, mas eu sou muito fã de The Walking Dead.
Oh, right on.
I love The Walking Dead.
Nice. Good.
E o seu personagem, o Aaron, ele é muito específico pra mim. Eu me apeguei muito a ele porque ele é um personagem gay e eu sou gay também. Então isso é muito legal. Você sente que o Aaron, ele serviu meio que uma não inspiração, mas assim ele teve uma proximidade com a comunidade gay ali por estar numa série de ação e tal?
Oh yeah, I think the wonderful thing about playing this character is that I always thought it was going to be just a very straightforward, we kill zombies for a living, this is our job every day. But what I found, especially going to conventions year after year, is how much that show meant to everyone. And so many people saw themselves in Aaron, in Connie, in Michonne, and so many different people. The diversity of our cast is the greatest strength of our cast. Everyone is represented. Every single demographic type of people is represented on our show. And I think that's beautiful. And I think the most amazing thing that I've come away from playing this character is I go to conventions and I meet so many young people who say, you helped me come out to my family. You helped me accept myself. You helped me accept my sexuality, my gender orientation. That means more to me than anything. And this job saved my life, but I mean in many ways, but I never knew it was going to have so much of an impact on so many people. And I'm very proud to play Aaron. I'm proud to be a part of that show.
Beautiful. O Aaron, ele perde um companheiro, né? O Eric. The Walking Dead é uma série, por mais que todo mundo ame, mas ela é uma série muito brutal com os zumbis, né? E aí eu queria saber o seguinte de você, como que você se preparou para se tornar o Aaron nessa série que é brutal?
Yeah, that was very difficult because the first friend I really made on the show was Eric. Jordan Woods Robinson just did such an amazing job with that characterization, and we worked together from the very first day. He was a Blue Man. Do you know the Blue Man group? So in Universal Studios, he'd be doing the Blue Man group every night. And he would finish that, drive all night to Atlanta, take off the blue makeup, and then play Eric for a day or two, and then drive right back to Orlando to be Blue Man again. And we just became very close during the time on that show. And when he died on the show, it was not very difficult to summon that emotion because it was like losing a great friend on the show. So I just imagined losing Jordan, not Eric, and the tears and the emotion came very easily for me. But I obviously wish that he had been on the show for much longer. Same thing with Jesus. We lost a lot of great characters on the show, but it never got easier. I mean, from day one, 2014, when I first started working on that show, till 2 years ago when we wrapped, we lost so many good people. I mean, Abraham, Herschel, Glenn, you name it. I mean, we've lost so many great people on the show, and it never got easier. You would just get sadder and sadder. So I suppose in that regard, I'm glad that the show is over, just because I don't have to keep mourning the loss of people that I love working with. Yeah.
O Aaron, ele teve uma mudança, né, no começo da série, eu pelo menos quando eu assisti, eu percebi que ele era muito otimista e tudo, depois ele vai ficando mais frio, mais duro, mais... Como que foi essa mudança como você fez essa construção de mudança de personalidade do personagem?
Yeah, I think he did get a little bit colder, but I think he still maintained that hope. I mean, he still was a very optimistic leader. He was a very diplomatic guy. But I think he did get a lot, like you said, colder, because how could you not be after you lose your arm, you lose your partners, you lose your friends, you lose so many people that you care about. You're gonna get a little darker. And I personally liked playing that side of Aaron, because I think it's more interesting to see someone go through the changes of being, you know, happy and bright-eyed and then go to this darkness. It's so much more fun to play, which is why I think I like playing villains more, like Red Skull and Ultron. They're more fun because that darkness, I think, is within all of us, as I'm sure you know. And it's fun to access that. It's fun to play in both worlds, you know? Yeah.
Você tem um momento favorito, assim, do Aaron na série?
I think the Russian roulette, when the last season, when Father Gabriel and I are forced to play Russian roulette with Robert Patrick from Terminator, that was so insane. The stakes of that scene were so high that it felt like a play. It felt like a theater play, and we shot that during the pandemic, so we didn't know if we were going to come back after that. Those 6 COVID episodes were kind of a test to see if we could safely shoot again during the pandemic, and luckily we proved that we could. But we had no idea if there was going to be a season 11 at that point. We had no idea. So we thought this might be the last episode we ever shoot on the show. So there was this great sense of pride and excitement over shooting this, and then saying this might be the last episode we ever shoot. Let's do the best we can do. And I think Seth and I and Robert all worked really hard to make it as exciting and entertaining as possible. So that was probably my favorite.
E você sente esse amor não só pelo personagem, mas quando você viaja, você sente esse amor pelo personagem, pelo Aaron e pela série em geral, dos fãs que você encontra ao redor do mundo, assim?
Oh my God, I mean, we've been afforded the opportunity to travel the entire world because of this show. It's amazing that the entire planet watched this show for 14 years. I mean, it was everyone's favorite show for a long time. And it still is. You know, a lot of people still watch the episodes over and over again. So, you know, I've been able to go to Asia, to Africa, to Australia, to South America many times, all over South America. Obviously, North America. I haven't been to Antarctica yet, but I want to someday. One day I'll go to Antarctica. But it's been incredible. And you get to see the joy and the excitement on people's faces when they meet you and they want to say, you know, you're my favorite character, or Rick is my favorite character, or Carol, and you know, you can tell it's genuine emotion. And like I said, getting a chance to meet people around the globe has been the greatest gift and the greatest joy for me from this show.
E como que foi, né, participar de uma série do tamanho de The Walking Dead, assim?
So the funny thing is, there were 3 shows that I wanted to be a part of when I was trying to break in my very poor days. How would you say?
Pobre.
In Portuguese. Yeah, nada dinero.
Pobre, né? Pobre.
Yeah, pobre. Yeah, no money, like negative
Here
money.
in Brazil is pobre.
Okay, yeah.
Pobre, poor.
Muy pobre.
Muy pobre.
And I wanted to get on 3 shows: Mad Men, Sons of Anarchy, and Walking Dead. And I got onto Mad Men, one episode, came close with Sons of Anarchy, but I didn't know how to ride a motorcycle. But with Walking Dead, I tried several times to get on, and I never thought I would actually get on it because it was the biggest show in the world right then. I tried 3 times to get on, and finally the third time it worked out. And I remember watching season 4 from my home, finished the whole season, thought it was amazing, and then I had decided, I'm very broke, I have no money, I have to give up acting. So I gave up and was gonna move to New York to pursue photography and writing and art because acting wasn't working out. And then a month later, I got the audition for The Walking Dead, the last one, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, I thought they had dropped me. I thought they were done with me. And then a week later, on my birthday, August 22nd, 2014, I was sick, very sick. I was laying in bed, feeling like garbage. And I got the call from my manager, and she said, "You got the job." I was like, what? And I jumped out of bed. I felt better like this. And then the next week, I was in Georgia, meeting Rick Grimes and everybody, and they were hugging me like, "Welcome to Cat." I'm like,
amazing.
wow. Unbelievable. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. Yeah.
E você tem um personagem, o Ross, tem um personagem favorito na série? Não é o Ross.
I know everyone says Rick.
It's a difficult question.
It is very difficult. Rick and Carol, obviously, a lot of people say, but I think Abraham. For me, Abraham was the best. He had the best lines. He had the best jokes. He was a great fighter. He was a great leader, and he protected a lot of people. You know? And I think he was always the best military mind because he was in the army. And I think Rick made some weird decisions sometimes. I love Rick very much, but he made some. Oh yeah,
it's the clock.
Love that clock.
The noise of the clock.
So cool. Yeah.
So, it's a controversial question. Você gostou do final da série? Você acha que poderia ter sido diferente ou você gostou?
I think a lot of the actors, myself and a few other people, really wanted it to be a bloodbath. Like we wanted it to be like a Greek tragedy or a Shakespearean tragedy where half of the cast just gets killed. I said, "You can kill me." Jerry, Ezekiel, I think even said like, "Yeah, kill us off." Like we wanted it to be just a bloodbath. And we wanted it that way because we thought that would be a very exciting ending, to the show. And also, we don't know if we're going to get a spin-off. But the reason why they kept us alive, I think, is because the producers, really thought maybe we might want you for a spin-off in the future. So obviously, fingers crossed, we'll get to do that. We'll see. But that's really, I think, the reason why they kept us alive. So I think it was a very good setup for the spin-offs. Like the Daryl and Carol, the Rick and Michonne, and the Negan and Maggie. A great setup for this. But I think if it was up to me, half the people would die. It would just be so much death.
Ok. E se você, o Ross, vivesse num apocalipse zumbi, você preferiria enfrentar zumbis que correm muito rápidos ou zumbis mais lentinhos igual de The Walking Dead?
Oh, definitely like The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
the fast zombies like in 28 Days Later or World War Z, they're terrifying.
It's
Terrifying.
Yeah.
I can't. That's the worst thing ever. It's worse than vampires. I mean, honestly, they're just running and they're climbing and no. The Walking Dead they move so slow. They're like cows.
Yeah.
As long as you know how to herd them, like the whispers,
walk between.
it's fine. Also, in the first season, we discovered that if you put zombie guts on you, you're camouflage, you're fine. Why didn't we do that all the time? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm sure it smelled terrible, but like...
It's terrible.
It kept you alive, like who cares, But yeah, I would say Walking Dead zombies for sure.
Here in Brazil, we have a legend. It's called Papa Figo. Papa Figo is not a zombie, but it's a creature on the cemetery. And this creature eats the corpse.
Oh.
It's Papa Figo here in Brazil. It's a urban legend here.
Eat the corpse of the dead?
In the grave. This creature lives in cemetery and eat the corpse in the graves.
Dang, I want to learn more about that. Okay, cool.
It's so creepy.
Sounds terrifying. Yeah.
So Aaron, I have a gift for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
it's my pajama here in Brazil.
Pajama?
Do you know pajama?
Pajama, yeah. Oh,
pajama.
thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you.
It's my collection here in Brazil.
Oh my God.
My darkness collection.
Whoa! Oh man,
Yeah.
dude,
for you.
that's amazing.
I hope you like it.
I love it. Oh, that's gonna look great.
Have ghosts and graves. And
Yeah.
black cats.
Oh, this is awesome. Dude, thank you very much.
Oh, you're
thank you.
welcome,
That's awesome.
Ross.
Wow. Damn.
Ross, thank
so
you
cool.
for coming. Obrigado por vir à minha casa. And espero que você tenha uma ótima experiência com a Horror Expo.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Seriously. Yeah.
Thank you, Ross.
Thank
I'm
you.
your fan, Ross.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Bye. Here
Bye.
in my podcast, I say trevosos. Trevosos.
Trevosos.
Trevosos.
Trevosos.
Yes.
Okay.
Bye, trevosos.
Bye, trevosos.
Bye.
Bye.